Chapter 2.
I do not mind cleaning. Usually, I can stay out of the way of pack members. And since I clean every day, there's not much that needs done. Our pack house has 10 guest rooms that are currently empty. I start by opening all the windows to air out the unused rooms. I love breathing in the crisp mountain air that comes in. Changing out the linens is a quick process, since every room has its own closet with fresh sheets in them. The Luna takes great pride in the fact that the pack house is color coordinated. Every room that houses pack members or guests is decorated in its own color scheme. My favorite room is to the south of the pack house. Its color scheme is a natural light green. I love being able to look out the windows and see the forest tops. Simply being in the room brings a peace to my soul. I take a little longer in that room, changing the linens and putting fresh towels in the attached washroom. As I'm finishing up, I can hear Melissa's and Heather's voices coming down the hall. Melissa is the beta's wife, and although she is not outwardly cruel like my father and her husband, she is also not nice either. Heather is her daughter, and she is extremely cruel, like her father. Melissa and my mother Amanda are the best of friends. Rumor had it that when they were younger, they both hoped to be my father's mate. Melissa stood as my mother's maid of honor and was in the room for the birth of my sister. Both were pregnant at the same time, my mother with me and my brother, and Melissa was pregnant with Heather. Although my mother is the Luna and does not normally attend births of the pack, she was by Melissa's side when Heather was born, just 4 days before I was. Heather is one of the pack's beauties. She is very tall, with long legs and shimmering blonde hair. The moon goddess blessed her with high cheekbones and a voluptuous hourglass figure. When Heather walks into a room, all the men stare at her beauty. Unfortunately, her beauty is only skin deep. Heather has broken my nose on multiple occasions and has spread rumors throughout the pack that I am a slut. She blames me for her not being the next Luna. According to Heather, my brother was probably her destined mate. I go completely still inside the room. Hopefully, they will pass right by this room, and I can move on to the next one with no problems. Wear the red dress, Heather, the one with the slit in the side. I can hear Melissa instructing Heather. I know, Mom. I will make Caleb mine. I have waited my whole life to be a Luna, and being the Luna of the Blue Mountain Pack is my destiny, Heather replies. Your father has not been able to tell me much about Alpha Caleb, other than he believes his favorite color is red, and that he has not found his mate yet. This is important, Heather. You must make him fall in love with you. The Blue Mountain Pack is one of the largest packs in the Northwest. The Mabon Ball is the perfect setting, and you may never get another chance. Don't worry, Mother. I will have no problem getting his eye. As Heather makes that statement, I know that it is true. No man has ever been able to look away from her gorgeous figure. I let out a sigh of relief when I realize that their voices are fading down the hall. It suddenly dawns on me that Melissa mentioned the Mabon Ball. Mabon is a holiday that is celebrated throughout the werewolf community. For humans, it is the mark of the harvest season. For werewolves, it is exciting because it means that the nights are getting longer. Thus, we can hunt more easily. It is also a rare time that multiple packs get together to celebrate. This is important because often destined mates do not belong to the same pack. So it is a chance to find each other. I have never been allowed to attend the Mabon Ball, nor has my pack ever hosted it before. From the conversation this morning, I know that the Blue Mountain Pack would be attending, but I wondered what other packs would also be there. I put it out of my mind as I continue cleaning. That night, the dining room is buzzing with excitement as I serve out the dinner. Everyone is talking about the upcoming ball and what they are going to wear. I even hear my father's rare laugh at something Heather says. As I am getting ready to serve out the dessert, Heather deems it necessary to torture me. Alpha, it is such a relief that you decided to have the ball catered. This pig burns everything she cooks, Heather said, as she picks up what is left of her lemon tilapia and throws it at my head. Eat it off of the floor, you dog. I know better than to refuse. As I crouch down on my hands and knees, I go to pick up the fish. No, dogs don't have hands, you moron. Heather delivers a swift kick to my ribs and I feel one break. I sharply inhale, still refusing to cry out. I crawl my way over to the fish and begin to eat it off the floor. Yeah, eat it up like the fat freaking pig you are. You're so fat that you killed your own brother, you worthless pig. Heather is just picking up speed in her torturing of me. Suddenly, I feel a brownie sundae that I had just served up for dessert being dumped over my head. Here, little piggy, eat it all up, you fat bitch. I want to cry. I can feel the tears pricking the back of my eyes. But I refuse to let them fall. Heather delivers a swift kick to my face, and I can immediately tell that she has broken my nose again. Suddenly, she grabs my hair as she crouches down. It should have been you that died, not Dustin. She spits in my face and slowly stands up. For a moment, I think it's over, and I stand up. That angers Heather, who turns around and punches me in the stomach. No one told you to stand up, pig. You don't deserve to live. You don't deserve to breathe. At that, she grabs me around my throat, slamming me up against the wall. I can feel her fingers tightening around my throat, and my throat is on fire. Fight back! My wolf is screaming at me. I know I can't, though. Black dots are forming at the edges of my sight, and I am resigned that my time is finally here to die. Alpha, the Blue Mountain Pack has come a day early. Heather releases me as one of my father's patrols inform him of the news. Shit, I need to change. Heather spins around and starts heading for her room. I am left gasping for breath on the floor, covered in food as everyone else is reacting to the news. My father demands that his Luna and Beta are with him to greet the guests. As an afterthought, he snarls at me to clean up the mess and disappear out of sight. He has no idea how happy I am to just disappear.
Caleb's point of view. Being an alpha means that I must do things on occasion that I do not want to do. The Mabon Ball is one of those things. I hate being surrounded by people, all of them trying to kiss up to the alpha. I have a strong dislike for fake people. I would much rather be running through the woods, patrolling my borders, or training with my warriors. Unfortunately, politics demand that I attend this function. I have been the alpha of my pack since I was 14 years old. My father and mother, previous alphas in Luna, were murdered by rogues. I was one of the youngest alphas, and because of that, I pushed myself to be the best. I can say with pride that my pack is one of the largest packs in the Northwest. We are also one of the strongest packs. I train my warriors without mercy. I also take pride in the fact that we are one of the wealthiest packs. I push every pack member to excel in knowledge as well as strength. Out of this, many of my members are thriving business owners. The Silver Moon Pack is much smaller than mine, but they were chosen by the council to host this year's Mabon Ball. I really considered declining to attend, but my beta reminded me that I am 20 years old, and I have yet to meet my mate. This is a growing concern for my pack, because an unmated alpha can become extremely dangerous. Being a werewolf means that you have a destined mate. Once you turn 18, you produce a certain hormone that can be smelled by your mate. This is how destined pairs find each other. Someone that not only brings you peace in your human form, but brings peace to your wolf. This is vitally important to alphas. The longer an alpha goes without finding their mate, the more aggressive their wolf becomes. If unmated for too long, the wolf will dominate the shapeshifter and rational thoughts will cease to exist. Lately, my pack has noticed that my patience has been thin. I am snapping at the slightest of nuisances, and it has everyone worried. It is now my mission to find my mate and restore balance to myself and my pack. I don't think they anticipated us arriving so soon, Alpha. My beta Theo remarks, and I am snapped out of my thoughts. Looking around at the Silver Moon pack house, I believe his thoughts are right. I see several pack members scurrying back and forth as if they were unaware that we were coming. This is a complete waste of time. I highly doubt my mate is in this place. They are unorganized and completely unprepared. I use my mind link to speak with my beta. Werewolves have excellent hearing, and I prefer not to say my words aloud. They are a small pack. Perhaps they did not know that we would be arriving this early. Let's try to give them the benefit of the doubt and make a good impression. Theo mind links back to me. He is right, unfortunately. Although they are a smaller pack, the Silver Moon pack are one of our closest neighbors and allies, which means I need to be on my best behavior. As we arrive at the pack house, Theo steps forward and announces us. Theo has always been my beta. Unfortunately, the night my parents died, his died as well. We have trained together ever since, and he is the closest thing to family that I have. Our grief bonded us together, and he has always been a shoulder I would lean on when needed. Alpha Caleb, may I present Alpha Jason and Luna Amanda. These words are spoken by what I assume is the beta of this pack. Alpha Caleb, we were not expecting you so soon, Alpha Jason says. Theo can tell that I am already irritable, so he speaks for me. We arrived early to see if you needed any help with the preparations. I can always count on Theo to act diplomatically. He has made it to where it seems like I arrived to help. Yes, it is very great to finally meet you, Alpha Jason, in person. Please forgive our early arrival. I am finally able to speak gently.
It is no problem at all. Truly, we are delighted at your arrival.
As she is speaking, the Luna places her hand on my arm, and instantly my wolf is growling. I hate to be touched. Well, please come in, and we will get you settled. The beta's voice stops me from snapping. The Luna removed her hand, and my wolf settled down instantly. I followed them into the pack house, and I was pleasantly surprised. For a smaller pack, their pack house was a decent size, and it was delightfully clean. I loved the wooden tones and the coordinating colors. Whoever decorated the pack house knew what they were doing. The Luna was offering to give a tour of the house. I was searching for a polite way to decline, when once again, Theo saved me. We appreciate everything you are doing for us, Luna. However, we have had a long journey and would appreciate if someone would show us to our rooms.
Of course. I will take you there myself.
I was surprised by the Luna's words. Usually, escorting guests to their rooms would be the role of the Omega. I was just relieved to be away from so many people. I hate large groups, small talks, and pretty much anything I deem to be a waste of my time. The Luna led me to a wonderfully decorated room. I noticed immediately that it was pointed to the south, which was great because it meant that I could look towards my home. I immediately opened the French doors and the windows so that the breeze could infiltrate the room. There was a unique smell in the room. It was very faint, but even my wolf took notice. This was a scent that stirred something within us. Soft, subtle pine musk, with hints of rosemary and gladiolas, is the best way that I could describe this scent. It was a mesmerizing scent. It made my wolf purr. Could this be the scent of my mate?
End of Chapter 2.